What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given, back with some more live Storybook Brawl gameplay. I figured I would do some more live gameplay, even though I'm already Mythic for the month. And Phoenix Angel's been really good for me. Jax Giant was the first hero that I played this month, but now that I'm Mythic, I think I'm going to mix it up with some Xelhua. And I will just pick up a Cindy and roll the die to kick things off. But I think that, still doing a little bit of live commentary here and there, just because I always play at least one game of Storybook Brawl every day, might as well do it live. And I think I don't exactly know what my schedule is fully going to look like, though I know I can commit to streaming every other Friday when my partner is at work. But I'm not sure how often I'll stream outside of that. It's just I'm undecided. I don't know when what's gonna work out the best. But I know I'm gonna commit to some amount of streaming regardless, and then 3 days of content each week are going to be Gambit game related. I'm going to do a recap of the episode from my perspective. I'm going to do an exit interview with whoever got voted out that week. And then on Sundays, I'm not going to be releasing any content, so that way everybody watches the Gambit game instead. So that's kind of the plan. One of those days could be a day where I stream on top of all that other stuff. But okay, that's not bad. Was thinking I would probably just go Black Cat plus Mad Mim, but I don't hate getting the +1/+1 on the Lonely Prince, which is one of the better characters to be able to take that bonus. Mad Mim becomes a little bit less exciting, but so is the rest of this stuff. So it's either just Minotaur as a 5/1 or Mad Mim, and I think it's just going to be Mad Mim here. If we get first attack, it's still pretty good, though if we don't get first attack, it gets a little bit more awkward, but also just having a Mad Mim opens up a lot of possibilities. There is an interesting thing on Xelhua that I don't really care about polywoggles on Xelhua. It's probably the hero that you want to polywoggle onto the least. You just want to be strong with Zelly. And if you can be strong, if you can get to 4.0 without having lost too much health, you can see we're already down to 33. But if we can not lose too much more health, then I think we are in a rather good spot. Now, I like the Sleeping Princess, and I like the Black Cat, both on the Mad Mim. And then in addition, kind of like this Luna's Grace, waking up the Sleeping Princess. For this turn, I think I'm just dragging down the Black Cat and the Sleeping Princess on the Mad Mim, backlining Sherwood Sure Shot. The only question is, do we lock onto Luna's Grace to wake up the Sleeping Princess on a future turn? I think probably no. I think that we can maybe hope to do better going forward, so I think that we won't do that. And then I'm also going to do this, which slightly plays around Baby Dragon a little bit better by not letting the Mad Mim or the Sherwood Sure Shot get attacked into before they get additional value here for us. This does look like it'll be a win, though White Stag's pretty strong. I think that we'll be able to best their backline in this scenario here. Yeah, looks like we are just going to barely walk away with a win there, so we're definitely getting back into it. 33 health, now we are in 4th place. That seems pretty good, actually. I think I'm just gonna roll the die here. Nothing super exciting. Might go for the Sleeping Princess next turn's 3.2, so we still have some time to mess around with that. And not going to worry about any of that stuff. Still have some time to mess around and triple off a Sleeping Princess is what I'm getting at here. Would definitely like to wake up one of them, so that way we can play the other. Because Black Cat plus Mad Mim, I think, is the better combo. Like, we could also do this right here. But I think that playing Black Cat's better. It does open us up more to Ring of Meteors / Falling Stars / Earthquake. But I mean, I think this is more stats most of the time. So I think it's just a little bit safer, right? I think that's the general idea. So we are going to just not play this other Sleeping Princess. Mad Mim gets attacked into, which I guess that makes Black Cat safer, because Black Cat or Sleeping Princess is absolutely useless. Oh, that's not true. Sleeping Princess can buffer frontline attacks while like just soaking up damage while we get in with ranged shots, but not going to be the case on this one. Now we could go for a Wish Upon a Star to activate Cindy. That's interesting. And I like Princess Peep, I like Lonely Prince. Just in terms of ways to add additional power to the board. If I sell out of all three of these... Oh, you know what? This also gives me 2 gold. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We could also potentially roll here. Alright, Noble Steed, Dark Contract. Kind of moving away from both of those, but... And Ring of Meteors too. Let's take Noble Steed, see what we can do. Crafty actually just became a threat with that pickup, so that's worth considering. One thing I could do here is I could roll, sell both Sleepies, or sell Black Cat Mad Mim or Sure Shot in some combination, and then still pick up some a level 4 character. I think I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm going to cycle that out because that potentially builds into a treasure. Though I'm not sure how much I'm going to want to pursue that treasure, it's still at least interesting to think about. And I don't really care if we win for the XP. We just have to commit a bunch of coin this turn to buying some over-leveled characters, and we definitely have a shot at this. We get to take out Romeo. The Mad Mim's actually pretty big. We trade with a lot of their other stuff, but unfortunately we are going to take a little bit more damage. But that just means Gingerbread Knight is now a super cheap option to pick up as well, though I'm not quite able to find it. Now, what do we actually want to do? It's been a minute since I've played Xelhua. I do think that Nutcracker would be pretty reasonable, and maybe that's enough reason to just grab a cheap Heartwood Guardian. Romeo plus Juliet is interesting. All of these things are animals, which is probably enough to just grab the power from this. I do like Monster Book. We could go Monster Book Copycat. Then there's also Good Witch plus Princess Peep, which works well with the Vulture, but also isn't super necessary. I think that this is a fine place to be for right now, to kind of just play tempo-based animals and try to be strong. That is definitely a thing. We are now in 8th place in the lobby after that loss last turn. We spent 5 gold picking up XP, which I think was probably... I mean, it just always seems good to buy XP, but was certainly risky, right? Because it means that now we don't have... it wasn't XP that made us level 4 sooner. We were just already going to be level 4 this turn regardless, and so it didn't help us yet, this XP. It will help us get to level 5 sooner, but who knows if that's actually going to wind up being relevant here. We do wind up getting a win regardless, so that's good. Win against the 3rd place player, and the lobby's actually pretty tight if you consider everything there. Court Wizard, not bad considering how much of this board is royals. We could do something silly like this, where now these summons buffer the attacks and make the frogs more likely to get attacked into. I don't hate that, and it actually makes Time Flies better. So right now I'm just playing tempo. I would pick up another Bearded Vulture, which is where the Court Wizard gets a little bit weird. But one of the nice things about Zelly is that if you make any mistakes, if you buy something and then decide, don't really want that anymore, it's not that punishing because everything's a little bit cheaper. So I'm much more willing on Xelhua to just pick up some like speculative things that might not even see any play, like a 5/7 or this Court Wizard here. They wind up being totally fine in the end because even though we've wasted now 6 gold, just 6 gold, we can resell them and then we've only wasted 4 gold. So it doesn't really seem that much when you put it in. Now, it is still a lot. It was like half of our gold for this turn, but still, you make do. Time flies, getting to make use in the Mad Mim spot there. That's pretty good. We don't have bonus attacks, but I think I still liked this configuration of attackers, specifically because of how it worked with the Time Flies. The Time Flies was then more likely to land in a Mad Mim zone. Now, I do think I like Sporko here at the same time. Sporko, I think, is a nice little upgrade to Mad Mim. And we could decide to Wish Upon a Star now that we are already level 5. We would still probably be able to buy one more thing this turn, which would be like, ideally, a baby bear, maybe a triple for Bearded Vulture. I think I'm gonna go for it. It's certainly risky, but you don't risk it, you don't get it. I don't know. I would like pigs as well. Those could be good. And then Hungry Hippocampus is another really interesting one to consider because it starts adding scaling to the board. But the trick is, I'm not sure that it's better than anything that we're currently playing. I do think that Southern Siren could be better than some of the stuff that we're currently playing. Could cut the Frog Prince for a Southern Siren, and that's just a big monster. All right, let's do that. Let's sell out of this. And let's move some things around. It's a little bit awkward because the Southern Siren's got to go in the first attacking position. There's really no better spot for it because it's either before or after the other stuff, and just winds up trading there. So, or not even trading. We wanted it to trade against something, which I guess was like pretty unrealistic, but it's fine. I don't think that we hurt ourselves too much by adding it. It was still a 10-10, so that still made it a pretty nice addition to the board. Does look like we will get a win here, so we'll be level 6. And now we are 3 XP up on the rest of the lobby. And our tier 6 characters only cost us 3 gold. So I'm definitely interested in rolling around for some tier 6s. This could become Sporko or Bearded Vulture, and so it's probably worth it as our spell for the turn. Doesn't quite work out. I am going to pick up the 9 Sea Terror. I am also going to pick up these pigs, despite being level 6. I might move around some things, like do something like this, maybe even something like this, or this. Seems reasonable. Okay, and then we can go Good Boy plus Green Knight. And there's also a Baby Bear. So how do I want to take this? I think Good Boy plus Green Knight is a good direction. Noble Steed will allow me to activate a Hercules later and also do something great. Like I've said, one of the strengths of Zelly is that you can kind of pivot around a little bit and do some silly stuff. So I think for this turn, we're definitely locking, but I think I want the Baby Bear for right this second. And then what I think I'm going to do on top of that is this. Next turn, I'm going to sell out of... it's tricky. Potentially... Well, honestly, I've got no idea. I want to keep the Medusa. I want to keep all of my good characters, so I probably have to sell out of these pigs. And... probably just sell out of the Bearded Vulture at that point. Though I am still going to play Baby Bear plus the Princess Peep, potentially. So maybe I do still want the Baby Bear. We're going to take a little bit of damage here from Loki. We take 10 down to 10. So we really cannot lose again. That is a little bit dicey. Let's grab this and this for now, and then let's roll. Let's see what else we're doing. We are up against the ghost right now, so that's nice. Could go drink me potion. All right, that's actually really fantastic. There's also double Lordy, but I think I'm off of that. I'm gonna grab Staff of the Old Toad plus Xelhua, and I'm reasonably happy about this. We're gonna play this because it's a big character. We're gonna play these, and probably just play these. Yeah, this actually seems like a pretty good layout for everything. It's weird. The good boy isn't that strong. Maybe I don't even play it just yet, to be honest. Sure. I'm looking at the Ashwood Elm, but I think I want to find Hercules as soon as possible. Alright, well this isn't quite Hercules, but Empress P plus Good Boy plus Lady of the Lake is a full board pivot. Next turn we go Good Boy, Empress, support. Maybe even grab the Soul Tack. That's undecided though. Okay, Soul Tack would be good against that. But, oh, actually, that wasn't even a great combat for us because the big pigs were just able to survive the Cupid and the baby bear. So that actually worked out totally fine. And we are up against the ghost, but looks like we are not going to have any problems here. Southern Siren will steal a ranged character, and that will be it. So this is good. This is really good. Staff plus Zelly, I think, is really, really a powerful combination. Obviously, I do see this knighthood here as well, but at some point we are pivoting from that. So I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. I'll keep the Sea Terror, I think. We have to double support. Oh, we can support the P like this. We could even do this on the P and play the baby bear. Yeah, it's tough because we have to start selling out of some stuff. But I think that this is good. I kind of want the P to support both of these, but I think it's just tough to do. And then we could triple the Lady of the Lake. It's probably worthwhile as well. Let's do that. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Coinish Herod. Apologies. I think I'll go Krampus's Sleigh. That sneeze knocked out my camera, but that's fine. Nothing too shard here, but I think we're still looking good. I probably want the Sporko on a Good Boy, all things considered here actually, which changes up some of my board order. But for the most part, I think we're going to be okay with this massive Empress P being able to give all the stats here. So, massive Empress P, I guess we take Sky Castle, because then we can find more Empress Ps with Staff of the Old Toad and Xelhua, and start making some tier 6 treasures. I think we're going to have the stats here. The Soul Tack is actually way too big, but we do eventually get the kill onto Merlin, so we will pick up their Sky Castle. And still looking for the other guy as well, the Hercules. So we could Evil Twin a Good Boy. It's a lot of cash for Xelhua, Evil Twin. So I'm not totally sold on it. I do think Echowood could be strong here as well. Probably switch it like this. I think the Green Knight could even go at some point though too. Could even do this. Cut the Green Knight. Actually, we wouldn't have to cut the Green Knight. We would do this. Because we'd have another. Alright, let's just do it. Gives me a tier 6 treasure. I will probably pick up the Echowood here. Well, none of these spells do anything this turn. Let's just grab Pandora's because we haven't found Herc. Let's take this. I think I'm going to play this in the back here somewhere. Sure, I'll just grab this. And that's all she wrote. I would have liked the Beauty's Influence, but didn't quite get there. Good Boy is going to die. That'll pump the Echo Wood reasonably, but then the Empress P will finish pumping the Echo Wood to a pretty nice position there. And I think we get a win, but obviously won't be a kill. This Sad Drac is pretty big. Oh, it's actually going to be a tie. All right, well, I'll take a tie. We've got a Pandora's Box. They've got a Sky Castle. World Tree would have been really fun because everything would have been a royal for the Sky Castle, but unfortunately not. We are in the finals though, so that is cool. Another Echo Wood. I've got some interest in that. Really like another Empress P though. Think we could do that? I think so. Alright. Let's sell out of pigs. We definitely don't need those anymore. And we're going to do that. Could actually fire off this Masquerade Ball, but it's not that exciting. Alright, we could pick up more good supports. They're not bad. Just ranged good supports could be pretty reasonable. I think I want at least one. We are up against the Ghost. I do kind of like Coin of Sharon. I think I'm gonna go for all of these Lady of the Lakes here. Let's see what they can do. And then I might as well take a Reckless Wager while up against the Ghost. I think Bear Stain is pretty tough to fit in here at this point, so let's just toss that. We could have potentially tried to like pivot into trees after picking up more Echo Woods. We do have some trees here already. I figured at some point we'd find the Empress Ps, which is like a huge reason to pursue this strategy. Empress P plus Sky Castle, but I think we're gonna have the stats here regardless, especially up against the Ghost. Once we start playing against the real players next turn, it might get a little bit more dicey, but we're obviously doing perfectly fine here with the Fairy Queen's Wand. At some point, we probably look to toss this Sky Castle. And right now that pumps Echo Wood, so that's not great. Let's skip. That's actually a lot of stats, the Queen's Blessing. Probably could have taken the spell to make my Good Boy attack earlier. We could take another Lady of the Lake. The awkward part about all of these Lady of the Lakes is we don't have any of the Empress P treasures. We don't have the horn. Court Wizard actually starts to get pretty good right here. It's a pretty good option. We only have one Empress P. And we're probably not looking to pick up like multiple more Empress Ps. So it's only one bonus attack, but it is a ranged character. But I'm going to say no. Okay, that's worth casting. It's going to open up just a lot of flexibility. Hercules no longer activates super quickly, but we probably backline the Echo Wood and frontline a Hercules and feel pretty decent about that. We could even go Court Wizard here now that we're playing an additional Royal. That might just be right to do. Sold off my 9 Sea Terror when we finally run into the True Love's Kiss, but there's actually not an incredible incentive to True Love's Kiss as Xelhua because it's so cheap to just pick characters up that it's just more consistent to not try to do that. So, yeah, not going to bother with that. Empress P does not get scammed, so she is going to pass those stats along. Hercules is going to get scammed, and then Empress P does actually get scammed. Wow, so much scam here from this Loki. Well played by the Loki, to be honest, just having all of these Medusas, and they're going to keep those Medusas around. We got to battle through this front line for a second. It's going to go down pretty easily, but they are going to get another attack in with the Medusa, and that could be all she wrote. Wow, it is. We take 9, and we survive. Really, really close. Hercules does give us a treasure, though, and we could go Mimic Chest. And I want to keep the Sky Castle because Mimic Chest plus another tier 6 treasure. It's going to mean it's now more difficult to find this Empress P. But when we do, I think I'm going to be happy to have done this. It's going to be harder to find it, but we still could. Wow, another good boy. Yes. I mean, this Loki is scamming like a... They're scamming for sure. But I think that this could still be really good. Now we could find another good boy as well, or an evil twin will certainly be worth casting. And we don't find anything. I think we want the bonus attack here, but actually maybe now we just do Echo Wood. Because now we have no real... We don't have any bonus attacks. It would just be a ranged character or an Echo Wood. Those are our two options. All of our characters have plus 14, and the winner of this lobby is going to walk away with a big payday. Will it be us, though? That's the question. Sadrak has Doom Breath, which takes out my Echo Wood. That's kind of annoying, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be enough. I think that we have too many good boys that this isn't really stoppable without Scam. So I think we are going to get a win here, and then we'll be up against the Ghost. And the nice thing about all of this is Loki is not going to improve considerably with their board. So we still have room to go. Room to go, room to grow. Whereas I don't think Loki really does. Sultak isn't really the route. It's really another good boy or another Empress P is what we are looking for. Could go back into the Bear Stain plan. Is this worth the gold? I don't think so. Yeah, with Croc plus a good boy, we could have gone into the Bear Stain plan too, but it's just more susceptible to different things. Now, that said, we are really susceptible right now. And I think the way that this will work is we'll play up against Loki again next turn, unless Sadrak is able to defeat Loki, which doesn't seem super likely. Now, Sadrak is less scammable and could potentially scam the Loki with Doom Breath attacking into their pumpkin. If Doom Breath attacks into third position here, knocks out Medusa plus pumpkin, or even and then summons pigs instead of summoning for the pumpkins. I don't think that's how it works. I think the pumpkin summons will have priority. But there's definitely ways that it could go wrong for Loki, which would be fantastic for us because I think that we are set up very, very well against the Sadrak, and it's really just Loki we have to watch out for. First attack is incredible as long as our character dies. That's part of the trouble with playing up against the Loki, is that our characters are too big for Medusas, which is always a really awkward thing. And part of the strength of Medusa, I think, sometimes against the good boy comps, that it doesn't actually kill them. And Sadrak takes out Loki. Oh, that is fantastic for us. That is fantastic. I could dream here. Don't know what I would want to dream into, though. So we're going to keep rolling. I'm going to try to find this Empress P if it is the last thing we do. We could do this. That's 1 gold. All right. Waste of gold, but fine. And we could do this. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's grab this. That allows me to toss the Sky Castle for Spear or Wand or Skip. Skip, knowing that I could find something better in the next shop. We're going to have enough to buy the good boy regardless. So let's just go Singing Sword, toss Sky Castle. Then let's toss Pumpkin, Medusa, Court Wizard. Let's organize our board. Let's put in Good Boy, and then if we find something better, I think this is better. No, this is better. Okay. Okay, that was worth it. It's kind of weird, like, picking up a treasure knowing that you're potentially going to replace it, but we had the econ there to afford it. So I think it was worth it. Doom Breath is going to take out a considerable amount of the comp, but we're going to spawn enough Echo Woods. Oh, we spawn multiple Green Knights. Okay, that's fine. That's actually still a ton of stats because it means that the Good Boy passes on all those stats, and then the Empress P also gets to pass on all of those stats. So it's probably fine, and it looks like it actually will still be enough to win. I just got a little bit concerned that Green Knight felt like a waste of the stats there, but oh wow, we actually don't get the kill. Incredible by my opponent there. Okay. Now I have to think about if I want this Green Knight. Yeah, I guess if we can give one more attack to the Empress P, then it is always our resummon. So that's kind of cool. There's also a small incentive to make Echo Wood our resummon, though that seems really tough to do. We could do it with a Gigantify. Here's the moment of truth. Do we Luna's Grace on anything? We could also maybe find a spell and just give more stats to the Good Boy, and then the Good Boy is our highest attack thing. That goes on Echo Wood. Alright, kind of just turned this into a roll down, but we had some funny ideas that I was playing with here. I don't think I can really do anything with Shrivel, nor do I really care. Okay, wait a minute. Now, this. This is now my Phoenix Feather Mimic Chested character. Maybe I should have made it the second one. Oh, maybe that was a mistake. Well, my opponent's Doom Breath is probably bound to get in there first. Okay, and that's a totally fine attack. I think that we still make it out of here with an incredible win, as this Good Boy double summons now gets the plus 50 on both of them. Oh no, oh, they don't pump themselves, that's right. But still, it's still going to be a ton of stats here with a bunch of upgraded Good Boys. That's going to be enough to beat the World Tree and allow us to grab the win here. So really, really sweet stuff. Fun game. Thank you, Sadrak, for taking out that Loki for me, because I wasn't sure how I was going to beat that scam. But without them, we are free to grab the plus 500 Stardust, 200 from first win of the day, 100 from first place, and then 100 from Fairy Queen's Wand, and 100 from Mimic Chest. So a huge win there on Xelhua, a hero that I have not played in a little bit, but can definitely still get it done. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. No Luck's given. Peace.